8 p.m. Eastern, and I interview them for about 30 minutes or so, and it's live. It's a live interview. It's a live recording, and it's really cool because then other people get involved as well, and other people also share their big win after the interview is over. So it's like a 30-minute thing. The room typically lasts about 3 to 4 hours, though. It's pretty amazing. Like people get really, it gets really intense. Like your hairs on your arms will actually go up. Like it gets that intense.
So how are you actually recording it on Clubhouse then?
I no, so of course like the replay is saved, and then I basically just extract it from Club Deck.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just talking about the replay thing, okay.
Right. So yeah, and I extract it, and yeah, it's just the editing that's the hard part. Is the editing part. It's like just cutting out the people who interrupt and all that good stuff, and yeah, I'm gonna have a pretty good amount of content pretty soon, where I can release a new episode like every 5 days or so, which is what I eventually want to do. Same thing on YouTube. I want to do the same exact thing on YouTube. Like I want to release a new episode every 5 days. That's really what I want to do.
So are you promoting that somebody can say which way they want to do it, if they want to do it YouTube way or
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Exactly. I eventually I also want to do like a audio version that doesn't have to be on video as well. I'm gonna be doing that as well. That's also on the horizon.
Oh, like audio version, but not
on Clubhouse. Right. I just like doing it on Clubhouse because it gets a lot of exposure.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like a ton of exposure. So it's funny. Like I'm finally I'm slowly but surely catching up to somebody who I have a lot of respect for. In terms of how many subscribers she has, I'm sure. I think you might maybe might know who I'm talking about. She does the Monday, the every Monday. What do you call it? What do you call it? The LinkedIn parties. That's what it's called.
Oh, like the LinkedIn posting party.
Yeah. And
I used to see you on there a little bit, Jonathan.
I know I haven't. I think I'm not on there anymore because I'm not a co-host right now in HMP, so I probably don't even qualify. I don't even qualify to be on there anymore. Although I've been tempted to still try anyways, but Mondays have been pretty intense anyway, so it's it'll be pretty difficult to get on at that time, right? But I miss doing that though. I actually miss that a lot. I haven't been active on LinkedIn at all. I completely
what's up with that, Jonathan?
No excuses, Emily. No excuses. I can't make excuses. There's no excuses here.
It's sort of weird to say back in the day. It's only been a year.
I know, seriously. Less than a year, actually.
It seems a lot longer than that for some reason. I don't know about you.
It does, you're right. Well, it's because we've both been through a lot in the last year has been pretty wild too, getting back to normal and whatnot, So, yeah.
I'm sorry to dominate the conversation here, Chen and Kurt, but...
No, yeah. Please don't be... This is
anytime you want.
We should all chime in, not just you and me, Emily.
Alright, I did ping some people here.
Yeah, same here.
So, Jonathan, what I've heard for the couple times, I think, I've been in the Big Win Clubhouse has been really interesting.
Oh, thank you. What do you like about it?
I thought it was really good.
Yeah. I'm actually trying to get more co-hosts for that as well, like co-moderators. So I'm trying to build out a a moderator team because ideally I would love for the Big Win rooms to last for about 5 to 6 hours. Ideally.
So what
So
are
I'm
you
trying to
looking?
find
What are you looking for in somebody to be
to
a
moderate for about an
moderator?
hour. No, just someone who can moderate the room, who can lead the conversation, who can guide the conversation, like on people's big wins.
Huh?
So I'm trying to find people that can cover a later time, like the later nights. So people maybe on the West Coast, for example, right? I have
Right.
one person that's helping me out so far. So the rooms are
I
usually
have
lasting about 4 hours.
But Jennifer is one. That's
Yeah.
what I have so far. Or do you have anybody else?
Nobody else yet. Nobody else yet. I gotta ask around. Actually, I haven't been asking around. That's actually my fault. So I'm trying to get more interesting stories too, like interesting people on there. Because of course, like when you get people, like there was one room I did where it was actually with the new icon for Clubhouse, Hiromi, which is she's an amazing person, and so she was telling me because I gave her dates to pick, and she picked the date, and I was surprised that she picked such a date that's so far out, and she's like, I can't tell you what the big win is. Okay, so it was like just announced the day before that she was the new icon of Clubhouse with the three people. She's the one on the far left. I'm sorry, on the far right, and it's pretty cool. It was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool conversation. There was like 200 people in that room that day. I'm trying to break 300 next time though. I'm gonna try to break 300 people. That's the goal. Here we need to at least break 100 minimum.
I think you can do that, Jonathan.
Oh yeah,
You can do it probably. Not easy, but
with rock stars like you, it can happen.
So how do you set up these interviews with these people?
How do I what?
How does the interview process go?
Like what do you mean? Like how like just the kind of questions I ask or what?
Yeah. How do you do the interview?
Yeah, so I always ask the person just it's very, very basic. Ask them to introduce themselves, talk about like what they do and all that, and then I flat out your big win. So like they'll say what their big win is, and then what I'll do is I'll go backwards and start from the beginning of their journey, right? So and I'll journey all the way up to today, and then when I go to today, it's like we talk about how that big win affected them. How did that big win affect the people around them? Stuff like that. So that's the way I do it. And I do it that way on both the video and on Clubhouse.
That's cool.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Have you done Kurt and Emily's podcast on Saturdays?
Saturdays, I don't have, but
Should
like
I try to get on?
I'd be joining like me and Amy have each other's phone numbers now, so like I always ask her like when you're doing a room or when you're doing a Zoom, so like we always keep in touch and see what's going. I always ask her what's on with her. I love the Happy project, the Hero project, because it's amazing and they're doing great things so far, and what the future's gonna be so far. Just worry, but you just never know. You ever have time for yourself, Emily? You ever get time for yourself, Emily?
What was your question?
I said, you ever have time for yourself?
Mm-hmm. I do. I try to as much as possible. Yeah, people, we just lost Mr. Come on. What's with everybody coming in here and then leaving after like 2 seconds?
I don't understand that.
Jonathan, do you have any suggestions?
On what? On building out the room? Or what? Like, what do you mean?
What suggestions want to be about?
You know, like Nick Christensen or whatever his name is just came in here, and I don't think he was only in here for like a second and then left.
Pretty normal. Like, people pop in and like check out the vibe, and then they leave. You know?
Or it seems like it seems like we haven't had very many people come in and then stay longer than whatever to say anything. But
Right.
that might be just
I'll tell you guys something. I can tell you honestly, like, there's at least 2 or 3 other networking rooms happening right now as we speak at the same time. I don't know if that has to do with it. I don't know if that's affecting it.
And I'm not that I'm complaining or anything. I was just saying.
Right. No, we should definitely follow. We should definitely find more moderators. You know, that can commit to like at this time. You know.
So I wasn't sure if it was just the time or if it was our how we've been promoting it or anything like that.
Right.
Or a combination of anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So if we needed to like change the time or something, I don't know. But
Right.
I was just kind of wondering why you haven't really been getting anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, we could somehow rectify that, but
yeah, for sure.
Kara, do you have any thoughts? Or not? But yeah. Erjan, anybody? Jonathan, do you know of anybody who would be interested in being a moderator with us for this?
Yeah, I mean, I could. Nobody could think of off the top of my head, like not directly off the top of my head. I just got to think. Like, hold on, let me look at my wall. Let me look at my in my clubhouse, the hallway, basically. I just want to see who's running rooms at this time. Like I said, there's like 2 other networking rooms happening right now.
Oh, what the fudge.
Yeah.
Do you know how many they're getting?
Well, there's another one. You're gonna hate me for saying this, but there's another one that I'm a part of that I'm gonna moderate in about an hour from now. And that one, they used to do them on Wednesdays, but now they also do it on Thursdays as well. So I actually tried asking the person who runs it if she could like start it like a little bit later, but the reason she wants to do it earlier was to get people from other parts of the world onto it, so that there's more exposure, which is smart, you know.
Well, that makes sense.
And those working rooms last, like this particular networking room lasts about 4 hours. It's a 4 hour long networking room.
Well done.
So the way that I like to run this room when there's actually like enough people is I actually get it based on how they do it. Like the way they run their rooms is like really nice. Like each person gets 5 minutes to share what they do, like who they are, what they do. They're asked for the group, and we pin their link at the top. So we highlight them. We really make them feel important. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
we just got to build a following. Like you know, there's people who I notice like come here like not anymore. Like I know there's certain people. There's some people that come in here religiously, right? Like people like Diva, for example. And like, I mean, maybe not religiously, but you know, like those people, like people from H&P, people who are aware of H&P, coming here almost religiously, you know.
Yeah, we've had several H&P people come in here. Yeah.
Are there other rooms like throughout the week, by the way?
H&P rooms like this?
Yeah, like just like this, like throughout the week.
There used to be on Tuesday and Wednesday, but I'm not
I
sure
remember
that
those
they're
days.
still. Not aware that they're still going. I think we're the only one that's still going that I'm aware of.
Yeah, those rooms used to be crazy. Like those rooms used to be massive. Like you would wait like 2 hours to share what you do, like at least 2 hours. Like you have to pop in the room and you have to like literally wait. You know, and it was not. It was like down the line. Those rooms used to be insane, like 50 people plus.
Yeah.
You remember those days? Actually, more than that. What am I talking about? More than 50 people plus.
I know they have quite a few more people than we've been getting right now.
Yeah. It's not like those days, you know.
No.
Because I remember
those are the days.
I remember like I was on Clubhouse like almost all the time, and then all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, because I had some personal issues going on, so like I stopped using Clubhouse for like 5 months, and then I came back. I started using Clubhouse again, and it was like what the heck? What happened to everybody? Like it was like nobody left.
Like Edwin used to have his happiness as a default position thing going, and there used to be like a few other things, and more people doing it. Then it's like not many people are doing it. I think I lost the people that we had
That's
coming.
funny.
Like Edwin isn't doing that room anymore, and whatever. So I don't know.
That's wild. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. Like, there's still rooms that has like there are some rooms that still have 100+ people in the rooms.
Yeah.
You know, like there's even some rooms that has over 1,000 people in the rooms.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, and those rooms are intense.
Like
those rooms are way too intense for me. Like I can't deal with it. I'm like, I just go there just for the entertainment. I don't go there for anything else. I just go there for entertainment.
Yeah, 100 is a bit much. If that is a bit much for me.
Yeah. You know, my rooms get pretty big, you know, but it's usually not like 100 at the same time though. That's the only thing. Like it's like 100 like throughout the whole thing, throughout the hour.
Yeah. Kurt, what do you think if we had changed a little bit of what we're doing here and like spotlighting anybody or anything like that? If you're there. Must be multitasking.
I mean, I'm all about it. Honestly, I'm open to any suggestions, any way I can help. I just I can. You know what? I can try something new. Actually.
All right. Well, I know you've reacted to a few of my posts that I made about it.
So I want to tell you. I don't know if you know this, Emily. I think I told you this before, but I'll say it again. The reason I go do those kind of reactions is because it helps with the algorithm. So like if you do like a no like, it doesn't really like do anything. But when you love it or when you put the wow emoji or whatever, it actually like, I mean, it doesn't really make a huge difference. It really doesn't make that big of a difference, but it makes more of a difference than if you just put a like. If you put like the love reaction or the wow reaction, it actually boosts potentially boosts your, especially if your post gets a lot of those, it really will boost your exposure on your social media, especially if you have a public page. But even if you don't have a public page, if you have like a private page like I do, like it'll give you more of an advantage than other people who just have likes as reactions, you know.
Oh, I'm gonna have to start using those few more.
So that's why I do it. I always love people's posts. I don't just like them.
Yeah.
Because I want to help them with their with exposure. So, all right, okay. How about this? I have an idea because I've never done this before. So this is something I've been wanting to do for a while. And I hate to say it this way, but I kind of want to use this room as a guinea pig for this idea.
Okay.
So with you guys' permission, I'm going to reach out to people. And what I'm going to tell people is, would you like to join me as a co-host in this room? We're going to do these 5 p.m. networking rooms at 5. It's going to start at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, blah, blah, blah. Would you like to co-host with me? Yes or no? Yes, great. Here's the link. Just RSVP and show up at 5 o'clock. And I'm going to try to get like 10 people as moderators, 10 or 15 people.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And if you guys are cool with it, I'll do it.
I think that would be okay. Kurt, what are your thoughts for there?
Because I know that Fung likes to prove people and blah, blah and all that good stuff, but I want to keep it simple.
Well, I want to just mention something to him, at least if that he was aware of it, at least if nothing else.
Yeah, it's something
because
I want to try.
Since this is a part of the HZP, it probably should at least one of them at least aware of it, if nothing else.
Yeah, of course, and I'll let them know. Like, I'm gonna DM people and I'm gonna be like, hey, like, would you like to like co-host with me on Thursdays? And if it's yes, great. If no, that's fine too, right? At least I asked. At the worst, maybe they can even support by coming in and just like sharing the room, and that's it. That's all they do, and that's totally okay, right?
Yeah.
And at least
but I was also saying something about at least if like Fong or Aaron or somebody they were aware of.
As long as I just want to be as long as I get the A-OK to do it, I'll do it.
Okay.
Because I think we can make this into like a 5-hour networking room.
Yeah. Kurt, are you there?
And we could have like literally over 1,000 people. If I did it that way, over 1,000 people for sure in this room. Maybe not at once. It won't be 1,000 people at once, obviously, but it'll be like throughout the whole 5 hours, like about a good 1,000 people at least.
Yeah.
Because you're leveraging their following. That's why. Like that's the magic of how a lot of people run their rooms. That's literally the magic that. I don't know how to do this. I gotta, but I know that if you could start a room as a private room at first, and then what you do is you tell people, hey, I want you here, like just make sure you're in the room at 5 o'clock. I'll moderate you. I'll give you a mod badge, and you basically hype up the room with just the people that you're meeting with. You hype up the room for about 5 minutes. Let them know we're gonna be opening up the room in 5 minutes. As soon as it's open, I want you to share this room. And we're gonna make it exciting. Like we're gonna make it like an event. And like every popular room I've noticed on Clubhouse, they do it that way. Every popular room does it that way.
Well, if all three of us could do something that or something with that.
Because if you think about it, right? How many followers do I have? I have 2,500 followers. You have Emily, you have 200 followers. Actually, I think you have more than that. You definitely have more than that. I don't know. I think Clubhouse I think that's a glitch. I do definitely have more than 200 followers. Kurt, you have... No, that's not true. You have 420... No, there's no way. How do you only have 422? There's a glitch I noticed with people... Because I know I have more than 2,500 followers. I definitely have more than that. But anyways, that doesn't matter. So, like, if you think about it, right? Amongst all, like, us three, right, we have about 3,000 followers at least, right? Out of those 3,000 followers, probably only 100 are online right now. Or 200 are online right now. Or at least, like, they're open to being online right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so if you have 10 moderators, right? For example, you have 10 other like additional moderators with only, let's just say only 1,000 followers, right? Each. That's 10,000 followers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like I know people with like, I could try to bring people in with like 20,000 followers. Maybe even 50 or even 100,000 followers.
Mm-hmm.
But those people, that would be difficult though, like to get them because they're super busy. And I don't know if I have that kind of relationship where I can like get them in here like that easily. But anyway, but like 10 moderators, you have about, I don't know, let's say let's say you have, like, you can potentially get like 20, 30,000 people that are exposed to this room at once, at the same time. And, you can have a room with, let's be conservative, 20, 30 people in the audience. Like Emily, do you remember that one time we ended up, like, I don't know how this happened, but we ended up having a massive room, like, not massive, but it was a good sized room with like a good 20 people. Do you remember that?
I think so. Yeah, I think we've had at least a couple times where we've had a good.
Yeah, and the reason that happened, the reason we were able to make that happen was because there were people in the room that were rock stars. So of course those people are going to attract other people to come in the room.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like my friend Jess, like Jess Rich, like I think every room she goes to, she gets like 15, 20 people easily that comes in with her. Like no matter where she goes. I think you guys know what I'm talking about.
Has she been in here before?
She has.
I might know who you're talking about then.
Yeah, she's the. Oh, maybe I don't know. Is it? No. Yeah. It is this room. Yeah, and then there's other people that come in here too. With like, again, they're the kind of people like no matter where they go, other people are gonna follow them in every room they go to. Like that, a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
So, but as long as you guys give me the green light, I'll do it. But of course, talk to Fong about it. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, so are you looking to say something to him, or should I say something to him?
I could say something. If you want, I could say something to him.
Whatever I say, I would say something to him. Since it's kind of your idea, but I
want to be honest with you. Like, if he actually tells me no, or like people have to go through him or whatever, I don't know if I'd want to put people through that. I just want to be very honest.
Sure.
Because especially if they don't know what HP is. I mean, if they do know what HMP is, like I'm gonna probably first reach out to people who are affiliated with HMP. Like those are the first people I'm gonna reach out to.
Well, yeah, but I would probably start with HMP people first.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm gonna do. Whether he says yes to my idea or not, I'm gonna go through. If he says no, then I'm only gonna go through HMP people. That's it. Nobody else. Because I just don't want to put people through that. Like unless if, like, there's a few people I might go to for that because we have a good enough relationship where